Games and Mitch, and welcome back again for another video. Welcome back to the channel where chaos and insanity will always reign supreme. So we're back again for yet another unbox. So yes, we are doing another unbox. This time around we're trying something new, something different for me. Now I did not know about these. Excuse me, sinuses. I did not know about these until a friend of the channel by the name of Sleeping Collectibles came upon these at a local Ollie's in his area. I thought it looked pretty cool. He had scored these at a very awesome price. You know, he's always saying, don't sleep on your Walgreens, don't sleep on your Ollie's. You know, stores that you think might not have something, you might just have some gold. So that's what I did. I went to my Ollie's and I just said, what the hell, let me see if I can find something. We got a Luke and we got a Vader. We're going to review the Luke. Now this is, they call it Hyper Real, and this is both a Hasbro and Disney collaboration, 14 years and older. From what it appears, Hyper Real is basically going to be a posable statue. Okay, it's not an action figure per se, but they show that different poses. Let's take a look at it right now, guys. Okay, so right here we got like the different poses, and also you got a little synopsis or a little brief descriptions. Highly posable, seamless joints, highly detailed character likeness, character inspired accessories, metallic endoskeleton, which means it is a wire frame on the inside. So a little bit more reinforcement and positivity right there. I mean, that looks pretty good. And obviously it looks like there's two faces here. We got this one, and this one's like more of a angered focused. You know, his hair is a little parted, and the front one is more kept together. So, and I picked them up for $29.99, as you guys can see right there. Now, I did a video earlier about me when I picked up this haul along with a bunch of other stuff. So let's just do a quick little search here, just to show you guys kind of deal that this really is. Would help if I started clicking, right? Hyper Real. Let's see if we can pull up Luke Skywalker. Now, just to give you guys a little idea. So if we go into shopping here, $47.99, $50, $100 on Macari. I mean, the price is going up and up. Here's one for $45, but you're paying $5 for shipping and plus tax. I mean, look, someone's even selling it for $124. How bananas is that, guys? Or a set for $215. That's for a set. So, either way, anyway, I made out. Okay? I made out like a bandit here. Okay? And once again, big thanks to Sleeping Collectibles. That's why a lot of us do these channels. We do these videos to help you out. I mean, if I didn't watch Sleeping's video, I would have known this, and I wouldn't have been able to grab him or Vader. You definitely want to check out your local Ollie's. I mean, for the past month or two, I've been seeing a crap load of Jar Jars there. We see those Ray figures, they're just not selling, you know? And that's not for nothing. There's going to be someone out there who's looking for it, you know? They had the Force Yoda, and I think I'm going to have to go back and pick them up. They had a Force Yoda, I think, for like $8. I might just have to pick them up because I don't have a Yoda figure. I think I kind of need one, don't you think? So, what do you say we get right on into this, guys? And this is a pretty nice box here itself, so let's see. What do I need to... Oh, we got Velcro. I mean, you could actually... I mean, this is nice enough that you can keep this in the display yourself. You know? We got Luke right here. And he's obviously way bigger than than a Black Series figure. But just looking at the detail here, we have his blaster. I wonder if the blaster is removable. It looks like it might be. We have him holding his lightsaber. Let me see if we can get this over there. Right. Yeah, you can see right there. He's holding his lightsaber. We got some of the platform, like when he's first facing Vader on Cloud City. We get the saber blade, obviously, with an alternate head. We get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 extra hands to play with, guys. I mean, this is phenomenal, guys. I mean, I'm loving it. Now, I'm an out-of-box collector, but I would almost be tempted to leave him in box. But you know me, guys. I gotta let him breathe. Free the toy. Free the fig. And the rest shall follow. Now, those who are not that type of person, those who do not let their figgies breathe, you may want to turn away. Okay? This is a figgy breathe zone. Okay? Okay, I don't have my bat knife with me, so I'm going to use this hobby knife to cut into the box, and you may want to use something like that if you plan on pulling it out of the box and maybe putting it back. Now, if you're using a hobby knife like this, you definitely want to make sure you put the cap back on after you're done using it. You could accidentally grab for it and cut yourself. I've done it before. It sucks ass. So, let's get this right on open. Velcro that back on. We're going to slide him out. There we go. And I don't see any kind of strings or vinyl clips. I know you guys love the noise, don't you? This is, I mean, it's obviously clear. Clearly, you can see the finished plastic on here. It gives a nice reflective look. To me, it's not a true black plastic. I'd almost be tempted to hit this with some, oh, what's this? Looks like this might interlock with some other pieces. We'll just put that cap back on there. I would almost be tempted to hit this with some gloss, some black gloss, to kind of give it more of that proper black finish look. But I'm going to let that sit as it is right now. Now the real trick is getting Luke out of this. So there are some plastic, some very fine plastic fasteners on here, if you will, or that's what I call them anyways. You want to be very, very careful with that though, guys. I say that, I mean, that kind of goes without saying that you want to be careful, but apparently his body, his clothing has a very rubber texture to it, guys. A very, very rubber texture to it. So you want to be extremely careful and cautious, because obviously you don't want to cause damage to him or to anything else. Let's see if we can get him out. So we got Luke out. Let's take a look at him. I mean, that's pretty good likeness on here. I mean, may not be 100% perfect, but I mean, that's pretty sharp. I like the weathered belt buckle right there. Obviously, he's got the clip for holding his lightsaber, and they have the lightsaber here wrapped in plastic. Now, can we get the blaster out? Yes, yes, we can. You can see it right there. It comes right out. We could, the blaster's a little bent, but I'm sure we can probably bend it back into place a little bit. So I'm sure there's a hand that will hold his blaster on there perfectly. But let's get a nice little close-up of that blaster. I mean, yeah, you can see it's a little bent. But aside from that, I think it's pretty good right there. There's a lot of silver weathering on this. Don't know how well that comes off on camera. I'm sure if we soften that, maybe I mean, here we go. It's a little bit straighter than what it was. Let's take a look. The saber comes right off. It's wrapped in plastic, as you guys can see. That's going to be interesting how we can get this out without damaging it. I'm using my gun and building skills right now. Going like a surgeon through this plastic without scraping the saber itself. There we go. We freed it. And the saber's a little bent too. Could just be the mold of the plastic. But I really like the look of the saber. And I'm guessing we can hang it right on his belt. Let's see if it works. Yes. So we can hang it on his belt like you can do with Black Series for the most part. Now he does have peg holes at the bottom, so obviously there's some looks like we have some pegs right here to come out, so we can actually position him. He does move. The joints do move. The feet can rotate it around, and what's great is the whole boot is moving with this. Let's see if you guys can you can see the whole boot moves around with that, and that's great. That's the kind of stuff we really want to see. Now, like you said, seamless. And here goes the saber. But look at that. We can twist them around, so like you can see the shirt is moving around, his coats, if you will. Look at that. Look at the sleeve is pulling back. I mean, that's what we want to see here. So it pulls right off. There's a metal ball joint right there. See if you can see that. So, yes, we can recreate the scene in Jedi. Or Empire Strikes Back, I should say. So let's take a look at some of the other hands here, guys. Okay, so I have his hands out, and we're going to try and put... Okay, you may have a little bit of fun with this, sarcastically speaking. Because I'm trying to get the hand to get onto the little ball joint. So you might have some difficulty getting that done. There we go, got it on finally. And let's see, can I get his... There we go. So we got him holding it, and the fingers are very, they're not too soft, but they're soft plastic. It doesn't feel like you're forcing it like with the Marvel Legends or with Black Series. You might feel like a little bit of force. Let's do something real quick. Get one of those pegs out and see. We can do a little pose. Trying to get that just right. I like to play around with them just a little bit. Let's get that up there. I mean, yeah, you can do a lot of things with this, and I just noticed there's a lot of weathering. Because remember, he came straight from Dagobah, so his clothes are all dirty and stained, and you can actually see that on here, which is great. I mean, take a look at this. Let me see if I can get it to relax, because I mean, you can see the rubber is making the clothes look like it contorts and bends like it would with regular clothing. I just love that. The detail on here is tremendous. Even some of the style of the boots right here. Everything just bends perfectly. This is, I mean, it feels soft and rubbery, but I mean, this is hyper real. Where have you been all my life? I mean, seriously. I mean, this is bananas. I mean, I really love this, and I can't wait to do some poses, especially with his saber. And let's see just how easy does this pop on. I don't want to force this in. I might have to. Now, compared to some other figures, there we go. There's the saber right there. I mean, is it perfectly on there? No. But, I mean, to get it perfect, I mean, that's pretty good right there. And, I mean, that's a pretty good, I mean, obviously, I got to put the right hand on here so we can get the right kind of hold. And that's going to be his right hand. So we're going to put the blaster away just to show you guys. The hand bends very easy, and this just slides right out. Okay. So we're going to put that back on. We're going to holster this right here. Just goes back in. And I love how this pegs in, but on the outside, it actually looks like a real snap. How awesome is that, guys? Again, we're going to pull this hand out. We're going to get the... Let's see if we can get that pegged in. There we go. And now we're going to try and get him to hold his lightsaber. How awesome is that, guys? Now there is another Luke face in here. There we go, pops off. Pretty much your standard head mechanism. No metal pins for this one. There we go. Let's see if we can get him pegged back on. Whoa. Because I'm not perfectly holding that up. That's why. Probably would be better if I used 2 pegs. So I'll grab a second one out. There we go. The hair sculpt is just tremendous here, guys. I mean, you can see the staining on there. This is just awesome. I mean, he's just on his own. The pegs, they have pegs that come in on there. So I'm just using 2 of those pegs right now. And there's a clip, because obviously I can position him so him and Vader are fighting each other. And I'm going to be doing that in a separate video, but I'm loving this hyper real. This is just, oh, this is so Billy Badass, guys. This is so tremendous right here. I mean, there we go. I'm turning him around. He's not falling. I mean, also, obviously, I want to get him positioned a little bit better, a little bit more natural too. And like I said, it's a metal skeleton on the inside, so you can pose him. You know? I mean, if I wanted to, I could have him, like, pointing his saber at Vader, like, I want you. And these are all the different hands. Like, we could have the open hand for, like, doing the Force thing. So using the Force right there. There are a lot of things we can do here. You know, you could have him doing the Force with the other hand. Kind of pushing Vader back. I mean, that is the thing we could do. As long as I can get the... I will say this. The pin is... It's not loose. But any kind of shifting and the pin is moving before you can get it on there. But there we go. Like, say... Let's say he's relaxing his arm a little bit. And he's trying to force push Vader away. You know, that's the thing we could do. But I'm loving this, guys. This is awesome. This is awesome. If you guys have an Ollie's, get out there as soon as you possibly can. Because this thing is going to be sick. Once I have the Vader opened up, this is going to be sick beyond. This is going to be beyond, guys. Now, on here, you do have 4 different peg slots on here. 1, 2, 3 at the middle bar, and 1 towards the rear. Okay? Now, like I said, some of this, it looks like an off, almost a charcoal. I'd almost be tempted to hit this with a black gloss, that is. I might hit it with a black primer first, or a silver primer, and then hit it with black. Another thing is, if I hit this with silver first, okay, we can do some weathering, because you figure, you know, 1, it was dark in that chamber anyways. 2, one thing we could do with this is we can hit this with silver. Once the silver is completely dried and cured, you can take a little bit of toothpaste. Hear me out, guys. A little bit of toothpaste, okay, in some spots where you would expect to see some scratches, you know, something that, okay, you might want to see the silver come out, okay? You put the toothpaste on in certain spots, okay? You can apply it with a toothpick. That's what a lot of people do. Then, we hit it with that gloss black. Some light sprays, even sprays going across. Don't, no, you want to do even passes, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Then, after that black paint is cured and dried, we're talking about using like a semi-gloss or a gloss black to get that nice smooth finish like we see right now. Then, here's what you do. After that's done, after everything's completely dried, you will take paper towel, tissue, napkin, whatever you have, and wipe off the toothpaste. Now, the toothpaste covered up the black gloss. So now that you've removed that gloss, you should have some silver left on there. Silver scratches, you know, think of maybe if you're trying to do maybe a blast burn, or you just want this to look like a weathered platform. That's one way to do it. That's one way that you can weather things. Household toothpaste, just regular plain old toothpaste, dollar store, it'll work. So that's something you could do. Or if you just want this nice and shiny, you can just hit it with some black semi-gloss or black gloss, but you don't want to hit it really close. You want it at a distance, and you want to do even passes. Even passes. Not too fast, not too slow. We want to just glide back and forth, guys. That's something you can do if you want to. It's up to you. It's your item. It's your toy. It's your collectible. You do what you want with it, guys. But that's just a suggestion I wanted to throw out there, okay? So we're going to peg him back in there. And again, this is just... I'm going to have to play around with this. I'm not the greatest poser in the world. But I really love this. I think this is amazing. I'm going to have to play around with him, but this is... Oh, I'm sold. Sleeping, if you're watching this, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I mean, this is just... I'm loving this. I'm loving this here. I love the original trilogy. Empire is one of my favorite movies. And this is just... This is tremendous. I mean, what more can I say? So, on a scale of 1 to 10, what am I going to give this, guys? What am I going to give this? It's a 10. This is a 10 out of 10 for me. Is it 100% perfect? No. Nothing ever is, guys. Nothing is going to be 100% perfect. But the detail on here, the posability on here, I mean, there's so much you can do with all the hands that they give you. The alternate head, the clip so you can clip other sections together, the pegs on here, $29.99. This is a swing. This is a home run, guys. This is a home run. I don't care who you are, who your mother is. Tell your daddy. This is home run. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10, and I can't wait to display this with my other Star Wars stuff. I mean, I'm picking him up, and he's the platform's on there, guys. Platform's not coming off. I love that. The detail on here is awesome. I mean, what more can you ask for? Maybe an R2 to be there, but R2 wasn't in the battle scene, so there we go. I can't wait to do the unbox for Vader. I really can't. Right now, it's about 1:08 in the morning, guys. I'm wide awake. I'm psyched. There's no way I'm going to bed right now. As soon as I'm done with this video, I'm going to do an unbox for Vader. Once again, thank you to the infamous, the immortal Sleeping Collectibles. Man, you watching your video, finding that, and then me saying, "What the hell? Let me see if I can do what Sleeping did." Thank you enough, man. I mean, this is just awesome. And speaking of which, if you're a Star Wars fan, you definitely want to check out Sleeping Collectibles. Him and Coldbane Games took their wives down to Disney. They have some amazing Disney videos that you definitely want to check out. And also, I'm going to include a link. I'm going to include in the video description below my YouTube warriors. Those are other YouTubers, but we're going to feature those that I think are the best of the best when it comes to Star Wars. Okay, we're going to give you the top 5 or 6 YouTubers who I think they just have the best Star Wars content. I know there's a ton of Star Wars fans out there. I can't put everybody in, but I'm going to give you my top 5 or 6 that come across the latest and greatest in the world of Star Wars. So you definitely want to check them out. So until next time, guys, this is Dave from Dave's Dimension saying keep on busting, and I will always catch you on the flip side.